What is up, guys? Negomar here. Doing a vlog before I actually go to bed. I'm going to go to bed soon, but I wanted to talk about something that was on, my mind before I actually came here. It was actually on my mind when I was at work. It's an old experience of mine, a story I want to tell. So pretty much, I was coming out of work. It was like maybe like a few years ago. I was at the time I used to provide security in this condo hotel that was under construction called Vanderbilt. And at the time, I remember I didn't have my car only because it was broken. It needed like a new radiator. So at the time, I didn't really have the money to actually buy the radiator and install at the same time. So I was, going back with the whole, walking, taking a bus, and taking a train, and taking another bus, and then, do the same thing vice versa in order to get back home. So I remember I was at the I was at the train and there was this lady and we started talking. We were talking about how foreign women are usually better, blah 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 than women over here, and she agreed that yes, that she found that foreign women were actually better, and that foreign culture is actually getting very popular. That over here in Puerto Rico right now we have Japanese soap operas but translated in Spanish. But she was also saying that even though foreign women sometimes can be better than women here in Puerto Rico, when they come here to Puerto Rico, yes, they adopt those same personalities as women over here, and at the end of the day, when they come over here, they end up being the same as women here. There's no difference. So I remember we kept on talking about that at least for a few minutes, and I remember the security guard that was patrolling the train station. He actually came to us and was like, "Yeah, yeah, I agree with you guys, blah blah blah." And I remember this time there was this kid who I was in another train stop, and he went and he came out of the bus. He sat down on the stairs and he started crying. Sorry about that, guys. Anyway, he started crying, and I told him, man, you gotta get out of here because that doesn't look pleasant. Also, people come up and down and they might hit you and stuff. And he's like, oh, and he told us, the kid was like, oh, I'm sorry, man. It's just that my girlfriend left me, and that's why I'm crying. And you would think that when you hear something like that, you either say you console him or tell him, look, man, I know it's hard, you know, for the X amount of years that you guys have been through, and now you're crying, but you can cry at your house. I mean, cry for a while, and then you have to move on with your life. The dude actually said this. He went and said, what? You're crying over a woman? Really? You're crying over a woman when there's a million women out there? Just look over there. There's a beautiful woman right there. And I was like, dude, what the hell is wrong with you? I mean, at the end of the day, he doesn't really care if there's a beautiful woman over there. That was his girlfriend. I mean, they were together for X amount of years. Of course he's gonna cry. And then the lady that's with us that I was talking to, you would think that she would come to my case. No, she actually went to his case and said, yeah, security guard, you're right. It's like I tell my son, women are like buses. Once you get off of one, there's another you can get on. And I was like, what the hell is wrong with you people? Oh, yeah, it's like that, because most women are not worth it. So it doesn't matter how many years you've been with a woman, you shouldn't cry for her because there's a lot of women out there. So I tell the security guard, so you mean to tell me that you can be with a woman for any amount of years, 1, 5, maybe 10, and you're not going to cry about her? You're not going to feel sad? No. Why should I? There's a lot of women out there. This is my case. I kind of have to agree and understand with them, because it's not that all women are bad, but at least over here in Puerto Rico, and I know I'm going to get a lot of negative backlash on this, but this is my experience. Yes, most of them aren't worth it for few reasons. A, they think that the man is there to pretty much give them everything without them doing anything. Number two, they always like to somehow involve the law and the courts in order to screw over a guy for any stupid thing. I mean, there was this one guy who was arguing with his wife, and he called her, listen, you fucking whore. And just because he called her a whore, he went 20 days to jail. Are you fucking kidding me? Yes, I understand shit like that. But You don't do this. I mean, I don't care how many years the person has been with that other person. They're gonna cry because all those years of memories, love, planning, maybe they have plans to be together forever. Maybe they told each other, look, we love each other and we're gonna do this, this, and that. Something happened. They broke up. Of course they're gonna cry. Yes. Who cares if that person was a bitch? Let them cry. You know, I have a lot of friends who had boyfriends and girlfriends that are complete assholes. But when they cry, I tell them, oh man, what are you crying about? It's just a woman. No. Let them cry. Let them feel sorry that they broke up with that person. But just tell them this, look man, everybody goes through that. You know, just go home, take your time, cry, but don't stay forever. You know, this is just a lesson. Cry, heal yourself, and move on. Don't go and say, why are you crying? When there's a million women out there. Yes, I can understand, like I said previously before, that most women aren't worthy in Puerto Rico because I'm sorry, they're not. You know, if I were to put all the Puerto Rican women, maybe only 40% of them are. I'm sorry, and you know, you can put your negative comments so I can see it. But that's the thing. I mean, and women are like buses. What the fuck? What the fuck is that? Anyway, you know, guys. Sorry for this whole light shift here, and I don't have poor lighting. I'm pretty sorry for the lights. Anyway, this is Nelcomal.